What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Bad at Life. I'm Butch. Today I'm going to be sharing with you the paramotor that I fly. The engine, the frame. We're going to kind of go over a little bit. And if you have any questions about this frame, just let me know. Put it in the comments below and I'll give you any answers that you're asking. If you have this frame or this engine, just let me know. I got about probably 15 or 20 hours on this frame now. So check it out. I've drug it in here into the house. We have had bad weather for the past week. It's been raining. Hopefully my wife doesn't get too mad. I drug it in here. So let's take a look at it. So here you go. It's the Kangook Amaruk XD with the Polini Thor 202. Have the 140 prop, the E props. I love this thing. And then what we have here is we have the Polini Thor 202. It's a beautiful engine. It has plenty of power for me. I'm about 5'10", about 240, and this thing has no problem getting me off the ground. I really love this engine. And in the frame here, we have the XD Kangook Amaruk frame. So I had to do a few little tricks to get this engine to work with this frame. So if you look up in here, I had to bend the bracket for the radiator right there to make it work with the frame. And I also had to get shorter bolts for it, because with the bolts that they supplied, the bolts were too long and did not let the frame tighten to the engine bracket right there. It didn't let it seat right, so I had to get shorter bolts and then bend that bracket up in there to make it work. And now it has no problems whatsoever. It's mounted perfect. And another thing I had to do was I had to get this piece of pipe here. This is a piece of PEX water line, and I got it put in there to keep the line from the pull start from chafing on any metal. So I just ran it down through there, cut it to perfectly fit, made these little standoffs out of zip ties and some hose, and then it keeps the line from chafing, and it works pretty good. I had to add this. If you have the Polini Thor 202, you better make sure you add this. This comes with the engine, and it keeps the air box from falling back into the prop. How do I know this? It happened to me. So, I didn't notice before, but right here, this thing can actually swivel. When it's new, it's really tight. It doesn't swivel, so you wouldn't get the false security of thinking that, hey, nothing will happen to this. As long as I tighten it here, I should be good. Negative. It will definitely fall away from the carburetor, and it will definitely hit the prop right here and break this off. Luckily, I didn't break the prop, only the air box, so I had to get a new one. Now, I've made a few of these little standoff things right here with the using zip ties and fuel line, and it keeps everything pretty well tight. Put a shut off on here, and if you look here, see, I made some of these little standoffs right here with zip ties and fuel line. Put it there, and what it does is it just keeps everything secure for the primer bulb. Keeps it really nice and tight. Keeps everything in place. I learned the hard way too with the overflow line here. I did have it short. It used to come down to here, and if you can see, it kind of stained my engine a little bit. And I had since ran it all the way down, and now it comes down here to right here, and made them little standoffs so it can drain down here and not be all over the engine. It runs straight up there. So that's just a few little tricks that I had made up with this thing to make everything work. I have the Polini throttle, and I have the GP4 by GP Chrono. That's my tachometer. I love it. It's really nice. I have the Cobra arms. My suggestion is you want these arms out of the other arms that they offer. These things are really nice. Love the way they look. They're definitely nice looking. So I guess we'll go down here to the harness. I have the Dudek power seat comfort. I had purchased, when I bought all this, I had purchased the Ozone cockpit reserve. And when I started learning, I was like, maybe we don't want this in front of me. It's a little bit too much going on. It sits right here in your lap. And I had the reserve mounted in there, and I took it out after I got the paramotor, and I put it into this side reserve. I like it being there. And I still use, I use the Ozone cockpit reserve. I use it to hold my cameras and my phones, so it still gets used. I love this harness. It's really, really nice, really comfortable. It's been good to me. The whole paramotor has. I love that engine. It's got plenty of power. I really hope you guys enjoy it. This is what gets me around the skies. This is what I'm making the videos with. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you on the next one. And always remember, stay bad.